Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Taj'mere Proctor High School for tonight's boys varsity basketball game as the Raiders host the Jugglers of Notre Dame. Before we get to tonight's starting lineup, I'd like to remind everyone that the concession stand is open, but we ask that you please refrain from bringing any food or drink into the gymnasium. And we also ask that all spectators please be seated. Would everyone please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America and all our service men and women around the world with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's colors will be presented by Proctor's NJROTC program, Linda Gabori, Faiza Zakaria, Sabeh Fo, and Sandra Beiratevich. Starting lineups first for Notre Dame. Number 2, Isiah Warmack. Number 3, Trent Adamson.
Oh, John, why don't you introduce us?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here with the Proctor Raiders taking on the Notre Dame Jugglers here at Proctor High School. It is January 8th, 2019. And this is a great way to ring in the new year with a great game of basketball played by two local teams.
Yes, it is, John. I will be John's cohort, Angelo DiGiorgio, with a little color commentary or something of the sort.
Something like that.
Great, John. Let's say, oh, there we go. Look at that.
Okay.
Now, we're trying to be humble. We decided that the best color to go with was the bright green that we have behind us.
And the matching gray as well.
Of course, yeah, look at that, John. We are a little color coordination. That's fantastic. Now, I just want to mention that this game, of course, is sponsored by Junior Mints. Junior Mint. Who's going to turn down a Junior Mint? It's chocolate, it's peppermint, it's delicious.
That's true.
It's very refreshing, the Junior Mints. I'm sure John and I will be enjoying. John and I will be enjoying a couple of these throughout the show. Fantastic. John, I'm very excited. This is it's some good stuff we're gonna start today, and I'm overwhelmed. It's the first game. Is that our first home game of the new year? Correct?
Yes, I believe so.
We're facing Notre Dame.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now we should be starting in a couple of minutes.
Time now. Game scheduled to start at 7. 6:57 as the Raiders take the court.
Now this is. We've got a good audience participation. I can't hear it. Oh, there we go. I couldn't hear myself speak. Voices in my head. Now, John, did they introduce the roster?
They did.
They did. Now, is this the beginning of the game?
This is the beginning of the game. We're going to start it off with a jump ball here. As we are set to go. Now, like you said, a lot of people in the stands tonight. Obviously, the big Proctor Notre Dame, as Proctor takes the tip off, and we are underway.
We are underway. Now, John, fun little factoid for you. Did you know today is David Bowie's birthday?
I did not know.
It is. He would have been, I believe, 73, 72 or 73. I can't recall.
Great artist. Great artist.
Fantastic artist. But of course, we always play the Alan Parsons project.
Of course. See right here, Notre Dame. Working the ball around.
Someone's clapping constantly. Do you hear that, John? It's just a constant. Oh, it's
2-point layup is good. That's going to be number 2. That's Jalen Warmack. So Notre Dame takes a 2-0 lead.
John, would you like a junior mint?
I'm going to hold off for now.
You're gonna hold off on junior
Hold
mints.
off right for now. As Proctor answers back with another layup. Tie game. 6:54 left. Looking for 3, and that is no good. That's going to be rebounded. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, actually. That is going to be a juggler's ball.
You know, John, the junior mint is really the working man's candy.
Is it really?
It comes in the box, and unlike other candies that you'll find at the movie theaters or perhaps a Stewart shop, the junior mint is only in the box. There's no bag around the junior mints. It's anyone could eat a junior mint.
Are you on the go? Or not?
Junior mint. Oh, they are white minty tonight, folks.
Proctor seems to be a 5-2 lead for the Raiders. Ball's going to be passed out of bounds. That's going to be a Raiders ball. Looks like 6:23 left early on here in the first quarter. You know, it's important. You know, you got to come out. You got to establish a lead early.
Yes. Yes,
course.
you do.
You can't use everything you got in the first couple minutes. You got to
No.
stay hard.
Yes. You have to stay hard the entire time, John. That's a great way to put it. I'm sure our viewers at home will really appreciate that. That's not good. Not good.
Notre Dame sinks the layup 5-4.
You think the boys on the court are chilly tonight, John?
Well, I don't know about in the court, but outside the court, it's very chilly outside.
It was. Now, for those of you who don't know, John and I took a scenic ride down Tilton Ave and went to
did.
Parkway Pizza. And, well, of course, on Culver Ave, we didn't,
Yeah,
regardless of our route, it was quite cold outside.
it was.
We almost caught the rain.
Started to
Now,
hit
the
us.
weather, John, the weather is very interesting because I noticed in Parkway Pizza, they did happen to have the news on, and they were talking about the actual temperature and what it feels like.
Yes.
So, for instance, the temperature might be, it's 20 out, but it feels like 15. Who is the person who establishes what it feels like? Do they
I
just
don't
get
know.
someone to go outside and say, well, I know it's 20, but it feels like 15?
Very good question.
Food for thought, John. Food for thought.
I
You
like
want to
that.
know what
I
else is
like
food
that.
for thought? Junior mints.
I like that.
Pop another right now. These are delicious.
Raiders up 7-4. The Jugglers looking for 3, and that is going to be good. It's number 4, Tasean Garrett. We have a tie game here with 5 minutes left.
Garrett's a good last name. I know people with the first name Garrett.
Yeah.
It can go either way. Oh, look at our cheerleaders. Pom-poms. John, I said it last game.
You're going to say it again.
I was a cheerleader in a past life. I know
Yes.
I was. I know I was.
And of course, that's not the only cheerleaders they have. They also have the other ones in the other corner as well.
It's amazing what we do here.
Jugglers looking for 3, and that's going to be good. That was number 2, Jalen Warmack. Jugglers up 10-7 as this ball is going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a Raiders ball.
That fellow in the crowd tossed the ball pretty well. Maybe he should join the
Maybe
Jugglers.
He's a former basketball player. Who knows?
Oh, maybe he is. The Jugglers. What a great name.
Notre
The
Dame
Jugglers. Juggling schoolwork and sports.
That's right.
The Jugglers.
Being a student athlete, pretty tough.
John, drop it, okay? We get it. You play sports, John. Oh, fantastic.
Jugglers up 10-9.
I'd be remiss if I didn't note, we are the team dressed in white, and the Jugglers are the team that looks like it's navy blue, possibly black. I think I'm a little colorblind.
Navy blue and gold.
Navy blue and gold.
Yep.
Let us wear navy blue and gold. Yes, very good.
Proctor sinks a 3, 12-10 Raiders. That pass is going to be tipped off, but it's going to be stolen right back by the Jugglers and good for 2.
Oh, now this is a close game, John.
Yes. 12-12, 3:37 left. The first quarter still got a lot of game left, so it could be exciting to see which way this is going to go. Tasean Cooper working around the rim. Raiders looking for 3. It's going to be no good. Jugglers on the rebound. Shot rebounded. Raiders looking for 2. A lot of fast-paced action going on here early on. As the Jugglers pick up a layup, make it 14-12. Jugglers lead. Pass outside Raiders. Looking for 2. And it's good. We are back to a tie game. Going back and forth here.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
2:23 left. Still in the first quarter.
Look at them toss. That's just magical.
Jugglers off the 2-point putback. 16-14. Jugglers lead.
What if they integrated acrobats with basketball? Could you imagine if these fellas could do a couple cartwheels here or there? That'd be fantastic.
That would be very interesting.
They could get points for creativity.
3-point by the Raiders is going to be no good. You know, I'm pretty sure we talked about it a little bit last time, but we also have to take into consideration the effects that the audience has on the game as well.
Of course.
See the Raider Nation there looking pretty good.
And our team is very, very, they're explicit. They defense. That's what they want. That's what they care about. Defense.
Well, chance to get the engine going.
Defense.
As that pass is going to be thrown out of bounds, so it's going to be a Raiders ball here. It looks like we have a little sign out there in the Raider Nation. Not quite sure what it says. As Cameron Johnson takes a layup, tie game at 16.
Now, for those of you at home who haven't muted us, what John means by Raider Nation is the people in the stands who support the Proctor team, not an actual nation or some type of revolution. No, that's not happening.
Minute 12 left in the first quarter here. Tie game at 16. The Raiders moving around the arc. Looking for 2, and that is going to be no good. It's going to be rebounded by the Jugglers. And that is going to be rebounded right back to the Raiders. We are now under a minute left in the first quarter. It's Cameron Johnson for 3. That's going to be no good as the Jugglers take offense.
Time flies when you're watching b-ball.
That's right. Under 30 seconds here. Jugglers. Pass almost knocked out of bounds. That pass is going to be tipped. Going to be picked up by the Raiders. Tasean Cooper, no good on the layup here. Rebounded by the Jugglers. Looks like we're going to have foul shots.
I wonder why they chose vertical stripes for the referees.
Why not horizontal?
Well, I think horizontal isn't as pleasing to the eye. That could be the reason.
Very true.
Interesting.
So this is number 2, Jalen Warmack at the line for the Jugglers, as he sinks one. 17-16, Jugglers lead here. 6.5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Is that the end of the first
That is
quarter?
the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
So, oh, wait, looks like,
What are we waiting for, John?
looks like we still got a second or two left.
Oh, we disappeared.
Oh,
0.3 seconds. Do you think that are they going to bother?
looks like we might be headed to the line for some foul shots here. Got a chance to tie it up here. To the line is number 11, Havierre Green. Had some heavy contact on that drive to the hoop there. So Raiders with a chance to tie it up here. He sinks it. It's now 18-17. Jugglers lead. So a chance to tie it up before we head into the second quarter.
2 of
Green
4.
shoots. It's going to be no good. And at the end of one, Jugglers 18, Raiders 17.
There we go. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, John, you know, as we said for you, those of you at home, it's not easy being green.
No, it's
We're
not.
green. I kind of like it. It makes our eyes pop.
Yep.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Now, this is, oh, the cheerleaders are doing a
Cheerleader
little
squad.
stomp clap action.
Yep.
The stomping clap, world's oldest form of entertainment. Anyone could do the stomping
No one
clap.
can do it. You just got to have a little bit of rhythm.
A little bit of rhythm and a lot of
bit
heart.
of heart.
There.
I like where you're going with that one.
John, you crack me up. Well, of course, we always want to say that this game is sponsored by Junior Mints. They're chocolatey, they're minty, they're delicious. The Junior Mint, oh,
Yep.
whoa!
Oh.
Look at us on the big screen. For a second, I felt like a superstar. Just for a second. Not for long, though. It was good. Now, are we starting back up now, John?
We are starting back up pretty soon, so I hope you got a chance, go out there, get a drink or two.
Look at Sammy Suspenders.
Sammy
back.
Suspenders.
Our head coach.
Wesley Jackson.
That's like Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson.
You know, you can't go wrong with suspenders.
Okay.
You really can't.
So here we go. Hopefully we'll get right back into the action.
You know, honestly, John, I kind of like having a little downtime. Downtime.
A little downtime?
Downtown.
And we are at the start of the second quarter. 18-17, Jugglers lead. As they're working around the arc here.
Now, the boys did quite the warming up for this game.
Yes. As the three-point is going to be no good, it's going to be rebounded by Proctor.
I think actually some of it's live stream. You see a little bit of their warm-ups, but you want to know what isn't live stream? What John and I do in the studio to get ourselves warmed up. We do couples calisthenics.
That's right.
It's very important. You know, it helps me, as an announcer, really free myself, and it's also good for my sciatica.
Yeah. It's important. Stretch out before everything.
It's really.
Take a test, you got to stretch out a little bit.
Do you stretch before testing?
I should.
You should.
I feel like it'd help me out a little bit.
So it's the pot calling the kettle black.
Yes.
John, you're preaching to the choir. You don't even stretch before you test. You're telling other people.
Havierre Green sinks the three-point The Raiders take a 20-18 lead. You know, of course, stretching is possibly the most important thing you could do for yourself.
That and breakfast, John.
Breakfast, the most important meal
I'm
of the
a
day.
sucker for orange juice.
I know a lot of people say they do not eat breakfast, and I say that's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. Some days I find myself not eating breakfast. It's not good. Not good.
As number 4, Trajan Garrett, he's going to head to the foul line. He's going to miss the first shot with 6:28 left here in the second quarter. Raiders lead 20-18.
You know, these referees, when they move their hands to signal something, it's like a lost art form. It's a beautiful mystical language.
It is.
They're like dancers. Modern art, really. It's incredible. For those of you at home, I invite you to really just watch these men move their hands. It's quite powerful.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's a very hard, tough job being a referee, any sort of official in any sport.
It's almost like they're conducting a symphony when they move those hands. It's really...
As Havierre Green looks for 3, it's going to be no good, rebounded by the Jugglers.
Maybe they're playing the world's smallest violin. I don't know. It's just... I wonder if one day I'll be allowed to meet a referee. One day. You know, never stop dreaming.
That's right.
Never stop.
6 minutes left here in the first quarter. As the ball's going to be, had a little try to take away there. As this ball's going to be passed around the arc by the Raiders here. Pass is going to be taken off by the Jugglers for 2. And they are going to sink that, as it is once again a tie game, 20-20 here. That was number 22, Bryce McLean, looking for 3. As it looks like the Raiders here are going to head to the line for some foul shots. It's going to be number 23, Cameron Johnson, headed to the line. Have a chance to take a little point advantage here.
John, may I offer you a junior mint?
You know what? I think I'm ready for
John's
a
going to have a junior mint.
Have a junior mint.
The chocolatey, the minty, the delicious.
You know, that was chocolatey. It was minty. It was
delicious. Oh, good stuff.
Cameron Johnson is going to make one of 2 free throws. 21-20 as Havierre Green looks for 3. And it's going to be no good. It's going to be rebounded by the Jugglers. Pass tipped away by the Raiders. It's Havierre Green again. Looks like he might be heading to the line. They're going to call that a Juggler's ball. It looked like had heavy contact on that jump right there. So just under 5 minutes left in play as Raiders lead 21-20. Jugglers pass inside. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It is going to be...
It is tight. 21-20. It is very
21-20.
close.
It's going to be a Jugglers ball here with 4:50 left here in the second quarter already. We're almost at halftime.
The boys are feeling the pressure.
That is, you know, like I said, you know.
Pressure. They are definitely feeling another little David Bowie song.
Pass is going to be blocked. Picked up by the Raiders here. You know, we're almost at halftime already.
Halftime. How much fun we will have at halftime.
Good time.
It's a great time.
The Raiders looking for 2. That's going to be good. That was number 33, Trent Adamson.
John,
the Raiders take a 23-20 lead here.
I dropped a junior mint.
Dropped a junior mint.
Gone but never forgotten by Junior Mint.
As the Raiders here pick up the rebound, working around the arc. Just under 4 minutes left here in the second quarter, apologies. Raiders looking for three, it's going to be no good. It's going to be picked up by the Jugglers. Jugglers looking for two. And that is going to be good. That was number 2, Jalen Warmack. 23-22, Proctor leads here about 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
3:20
left on the clock. Shot's going to be no good, picked up by the Raiders. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds.
What an angry noise that buzzer is.
Buzzer, it's loud. Have you ever been in the gym when they ring the buzzer?
John, I have to say, I have been in the gym when they've buzzed the buzzer and
subs coming in.
Scary stuff. Scary stuff.
It is.
It's almost like the buzzer knows something you don't.
Yeah, kind of like in hockey when they score in hockey games. Have you ever heard those alarms?
Bad, not good.
The Raiders here working around the arc. Raiders good for 2 on the putback. That was Trent Adamson. Raiders up 25-22.
Look at that ball.
Ball's rolling down the court here.
There we go. There he is. A referee. Ooh.
Big
That was a good
there.
toss there. Look at that. The referees like to have their fun too.
That's right.
They're never too old to play.
It's going to be a Juggler's ball here. .240 left here in the second quarter, as it looks like we are going to have a Raiders ball here. Now, I know we touched upon it last time, but the floor.
John, I love our gym floor.
It is. It's a very
Look
good gym.
How shiny.
Very good gym.
The squeaks. You can't have a basketball game without the squeaking.
Right.
You got the squeaking, you got the buzzing. It's a whole environment that just makes the game so great. John, could I pretend to be a buzzer really quick? Tell me how you feel.
All right.
Do you feel oppressed?
Wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. I've got to work on my buzzer. I really want to, if the buzzer ever, wasn't able to work, I'd like to be there and someone say, "Is there a buzzer in the house?" I'd raise my hand.
And you'd say, "Here it is."
I'd walk down the bleachers and I would buzz and they would just cue me because I don't know basketball, John. I don't know any sport from the other. Honestly, if they were to say, triple bogey, I'd say, "Great game, boys. We'll meet you in the country club." I don't know, but I could buzz.
So just before that timeout was called, that was Cameron Johnson, good for a 2-point layup. Raiders still lead here.
Raiders still in the lead. Now, are we getting ready for halftime, or is there a little...
A little timeout here,
There's
a little timeout called. Raiders
Timeout
up
called.
27.
I love these little huddles.
What do you think goes on in those huddles?
I think they tell each other secrets.
Secrets?
I think it's secrets.
Secrets don't make friends.
No, I think it's a little gossip, maybe
little
some friendly gossip.
Hey, come on, we got this. Let's go.
I'm sure Patrick says to Dan, "Hey Dan, did you hear what Derek did the other day?" Of course, those were all Notre Dame players. I don't know, maybe they gossip.
Who knows?
The Jugglers. Now they're juggling each other's relationships if they keep gossiping.
Wow. It's like the balloon, or it's like a snowball. It's bigger and bigger.
John, you could have said that about anything. It's like a bug bite. It gets bigger and bigger. It swells. You could have...
At that point, you might want to see a doctor.
We go by the quarter trick. You put a quarter around it, and if it starts to get bigger than a quarter, whoa.
Might be time to go to urgent care.
Hey, Mary Sue, how do you do? Let's take you down Genesee Street, bring you to St. Elizabeth's.
Innings as Cameron Johnson is going to be good for 2. Raiders take a 31-22 lead as this pass is going to be tipped off, and the Raiders take possession again already. And that was number 21, Taj'mere Phillips. Good for 2, 33-22. Raiders lead just under 1:30 left in the second quarter.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Another timeout called. They got to be going over their game plan.
These timeouts
There
are
we go.
intricate to gameplay. If we didn't have mics, I'm sure we'd be having little huddles all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Very important to huddle. Oh,
Little Queen going on in the back.
we will rock you.
Of course, Bohemian Rhapsody movie came out.
Yes.
Have not saw it. Heard it was a pretty good movie though.
I have no desire to see it.
Really?
I'm familiar with the music. I know the story of the band. Why do I need to see people who aren't in the band portray the story?
Not wrong.
Oh my goodness. It looks like someone in the control booth had vertigo for a second there. That was crazy.
Minute 10 left here as the Raiders are going to take rebound here, take possession as we wind down the final minute to the second quarter. Number 21, Taj'mere Phillips on the ball, passing around outside. Looking for open man here. Oh, Trent Adamson.
What a beautiful game this
That
is.
was a one-hand jam right there.
A one-hand jam.
One-hand jam looks like he got rim. I think he did dunk that.
I'm not a jam kind of a guy. I don't like
Jellies?
jams nor jelly. Neither. I can't stand jams or jelly. No, not good.
So Trent Adamson looks like he had a lot of contact up there to the rim. So he's going to head to the foul line for some foul shots here.
No, I don't understand the foul shots.
All right.
Why do these come into play?
Well, you get a shooting foul, which is, I'm not quite really sure. But when you go up to the hoop, if there's lots of contact, the shooter, the person who has the ball, will head to the line for a free shot worth 1 point.
Oh.
That's about as best as I can explain. As he's going to miss that, but the Proctor's lead, 35-22. Jugglers looking for three. That's going to be no good, rebounded by the Raiders here. Just about 35 seconds left here. Looks like we are going to have a Raiders ball here. As we wind down to halftime. Of course, stay tuned. Halftime. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Stay here.
Maybe go grab a junior mint or two.
A
but
junior mint. John, would you like a junior mint?
I'm good for right now. Maybe during halftime.
I'm a little offended.
As the Jugglers pick up 2 points there, as this ball is going to be looks like we're going to have a Raiders ball here with 23.9 seconds left.
These boys out there on the court, they're like gazelles. What a beautiful game. Watching them jump and leap. They're
Very
dancing.
athletic. Very athletic.
It's like a Spanish tango or a samba. It's really
Trent
look at that.
Adamson again. Another one-hand jam right there. 37 points.
They're like wild animals out there.
They are.
It's beautiful.
As we are going down into the final seconds of the first half. Looks like we're going to have a couple foul shots here for the Jugglers. Or not. We're going to have a Juggler throw in here. About 5.5 seconds left. Clock winding down. That's going to be tipped off. Raiders. And he's going to sink the three. He's going to hit the buzzer beater.
Wow.
Making it a 40-24 game right before halftime. And that certainly got the crowd all riled up right before halftime.
Who. They are going wild out there. Now we'll wait a couple seconds. We'll leave once the cheerleaders set up.
Yep, the cheerleaders have their little
Once they
thing going
look at
on,
them rolling that out.
setting up the
I love
mats.
that. Look, it's like we're at Subway and they're making a big sub and they're They're getting the cheese out. It's a beautiful. This is also another art form, John. This is fantastic.
Lettuce?
Uh, No mayo.
No mayo.
No mayo.
I agree with you there.
Look at this. It's blue cheese, maybe. But it's funny because the mats are blue. Now this is fantastic. Look at this teamwork. I was talking about the art of the boys on the court. Look at the art of the girls on the mats. This is fantastic.
Right.
Look at them.
Going into formation right now.
Formation.
Formation.
Ants marching. Dave Matthews Band. Ants marching.
New York class.
Yes, there we go. All right. Well, we will be back with you in a couple minutes. Let's jump around. Jump around, I said. All right, John, we're back. Better than ever.
Back
Well, I
in.
don't know about better than ever, but we're back.
We're back.
We've gotten some requests to talk more about basketball. To that I say, you're watching the wrong program. Just mute us, honestly. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Right now it looks like they're doing some warm-ups.
Getting warmed up.
We're just
Once
kinda-
again, like we talked about, it's important you got stretched.
Well,
After halftime,
funny
you gotta
enough,
get
John,
back into it.
our producer comes up to me and says, would you guys like to do some banter before the game goes back on? Now, right now, there's nothing to banter about basketball. What are we going to banter about? The racks? Look at those racks. It's kind of like
It's like a shoe rack, but for basketball.
interesting. I was going for more of a, what is the, I forget the word for it. It'll come to me.
Yep.
It'll come to me. My mind's going, John. Slowly but surely.
Of course, you gotta stay hydrated as well during game time, or
I've been
Right,
drinking
during the day.
my water regularly. I'll make the switch to ginger ale in a minute or two. I love me some ginger ale.
good.
It's a
And I don't do
America's
soda often, but if I do go for soda, it's most likely gonna be a ginger ale.
ginger ale. Well, the teams are huddling back up. They're Algonquin roundtables. The Brain Trust are meeting up.
Of course, going over, kind of probably reviewing what they saw. Try and outdo their opponent.
What do we got? We got there's two Warmacks. There's one on Proctor's team and on Notre Dame's team. Are they related? Do we know if they're related? Can we get confirmation in the booth?
Yeah,
Are the Warmacks related? Does anybody know? No one knows.
They'll get back to us later.
Probably not at all.
So here we
Yeah,
go.
we're
About to
starting
start
back up.
The third quarter here. Proctor up.
40-24.
3-24.
Fantastic.
Second half will be underway very. As play begins, here we go. Jugglers with possession. Passing around, it's going to be Tasean Garrett looking for three. That's going to be no good, as the ball is going to be hit out of bounds for the Raiders. Raiders heading on offense.
Third quarter, it's ginger ale time.
Ginger ale time, made with real ginger.
Ah, there we go. Delightful.
Raiders here, moving around the arc. Looking for an open man. It's going to be Tasean Cooper, the pass inside. As it looks like we have, ball's going to change possession there. It's going to be a juggler's ball. 7:14 left in the third quarter.
Do you think any of the jugglers actually know how to juggle?
Juggling is it's a hard skill. As number 2, Jalen Warmack looks for three, it's going to be no good. It's going to be rebounded by Tasean Cooper for the Raiders.
I can pat my head and rub my stomach.
That's a pretty hard one as well. The Raiders' attempt for three is no good. Looks like we're going to have a juggler ball. I've always wanted to learn how to juggle. Never quite really had a chance to, really learn though.
John, between me and you and the less than 10 people who are watching, you've got a lot of untapped potential. If you keep working hard, maybe one day you'll do something with it. I don't know.
Who knows? And once again, Trent Adamson's going to hit another one-hand jam. 42-24 Raiders. As it looks like the Jugglers are going to answer right back. 42-26, 6:18 left here in the third. Ball's going to be stripped away. It's going to be Jugglers' ball here. Fast position change there. Oh, a lot of contact there on the drive to the hoop. And the shot is going to be no good, but we will have a Jugglers' ball here. Just under 6:10 left to play. Raiders up 42-26.
We're doing good.
Doing pretty well.
Boys are looking a little fatigued.
Maybe they need
Defense.
some more.
Defense.
Jugglers for 2. That's going to be good. That was number 4, Tasean Garrett. 42-28. Raiders lead. Raiders moving the ball around. Pass inside is going to be Cameron Johnson. That's going to be good for 2. 44-28. Raiders lead. It's under 5:30 left here. And it looks like we are going to have
You know, beige is
couple
a
foul
solid
shots
color
here.
for a gym.
You think so?
Yeah, because I do believe that if they went with a, perhaps a purple or an orange, it would totally ruin the feng
it would.
shui. And
It would.
they made the shot, John.
Yes. Jalen Warmack did head to the line there. Some foul
That's 1
shots.
point?
That's 1 point.
1
So
point.
44-29 as Warmack shoots for another, and that is going to be good as
He
well.
made the shots primarily because the color of the wall is beige and not some crazy orange or purple. It's too distracting.
Probably do a study on that. The colors influence how athletes play.
No. That's my final answer.
5:23 left here in the third quarter here. The Raiders ball, they lead it 44-30.
John, we're kind of like the modern day Laverne and Shirley.
I think so.
I do. I really do. Penny Marshall, who of course passed away a couple of weeks ago. Very sad.
As the Jugglers here going to pick up 2 points. That was number 34, Calvin O'Farrill.
Who was that?
Calvin O'Farrill. 34 for the Jugglers as Raiders still lead here, 44-32. Looks like we are going to have looks like a Raiders throw in here.
We should get a reporter on the sideline.
That would be pretty cool.
It would turn out probably very bad.
Most likely, yes, as the Raiders here. Looks like they're going to get a little backcourt violation on that.
Backcourt
Backcourt
violation.
violation.
Interesting.
Yep. As changing possession here as the Jugglers now head to offense. We're going to work around the arc, pass inside. For 2, again, that was number 34, Calvin O'Farrill. As the Raiders looking for something to go. Here's Tasean Cooper for 3. It's going to be no good, rebounded by number 4, Tasean Garrett. 44-34, Raiders up by 10. 4:16 left on the clock as it looks like Garrett will be heading to the line for some 3 shots here. There's a chance to get a little closer to that lead. 4:16 left. Garrett's first shot is good. 44-35. Will Garrett make it for 2? And he will. 44-36. Raiders
Good for
lead.
Garrett. Good for Garrett. Garrett's a nice kid.
The Raiders here, that's Taj'mere Phillips with the solo drive to the hoop. That's going to be good for 2. Raiders up by 10. We're just about under 4 minutes left here in play.
These guys are very adamant about their defense.
Right.
3 periods, and that's all they've been saying. Defense. Defense. Defense.
That was number 21, Taj'mere Phillips for the Raiders. Picking up a good layup there. 48-36.
Mr. Phillips has been doing a lot today.
Yes. As the Jugglers looking for 2, that's going to be no good. Shot's going to be rebounded by the Raiders here. That shot was taken by number 12, Isiah Warmack for the Raiders. It's going to be no good. As the Jugglers here, it's going to be Jalen Warmack looking for two. It's going to be no good. Jugglers pick up the rebound, but it's going to be stolen by the Raiders. Tasean Cooper looking for two, and he's going to get it. He's going to be heading to the line. Chance for a three-point play here. This is going to be big. 50-36. 3:05 left here in the third quarter as Tasean Cooper could be heading to the line here. For a three-point play. He will not get the free throw. Jugglers will take possession. Jugglers for two. Going to be good off the putback. As the Raiders still up by 12 here, 50-38 with 2:38 left here in the third quarter. Tasean Cooper looking around the arc. Number 23, Cameron Johnson looking for three. It's going to be no good. As the Jugglers here take offense. Number 6, Garrett to the hoop. That's going to be good for two. 50-40 Raiders. Game's really going back and forth here. We are just under. Ball's going to be actually stolen by the Jugglers. It looks like we're going to be heading to the line for some free throws here. Going to be number 2, Jalen Warmack, heading to the line with just above 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Now, you've been silent. What's been going on over there?
I'm researching artists. I don't know, as in like painting. I was just intrigued, got into my own little world. Well, see, I was trying to think of the type of art to describe basketball, and I couldn't make the connection in my head, and I turned to a search engine.
As Warmack sinks both of his shots, 50-42 Raiders lead it. You know, like I said, back and forth game. Started out like that in the beginning, and it is going to continue as that ball is going to be stolen by Jalen Warmack, which is going to be good for two.
Good for two.
The Raiders here. Looks like we're going to have two foul shots here. Heading to the line for the Raiders, it's going to be number 21, Taj'mere Phillips. About 1:40 left here in play. Once again, it's anybody's game right now. Still a lot of time left, a lot of stuff can happen. Who knows?
Who knows?
There's Phillips for a shot. Going to be no good. He preps up for number 2. He's going to sink this one. 51-44 Raiders. And that's Jalen Warmack. That's good for 2. It looks like we are going to have a timeout called here. 51-46 Raiders lead it.
The timeout. There's a lot of people out there.
There are.
I mean, look how big, that's a large huddle.
The whole team.
I noticed that 2 of the referees are chit-chatting while the other is all alone.
Right.
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gossiping.
They're talking about the other ref.
Oh no. Basketballs through hoops. These are the games of our lives. Soap opera about basketball. That'd be interesting. That would be so interesting.
Oh, I think they, maybe get LeBron James in there.
Popped up. Hello.
There we are.
For those of you at home who have us muted, we'll just wave. Being honest, I would probably mute us.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. John Martello and Angelo D. Giorgio. They're heading back out.
Yep. Timeout ended
They're like
here.
birds flocking. Fantastic. Alfred Hitchcock's the birds. That's kind of what they're like when they're running around on the court.
Have not seen
Chaos. They're running around like madmen.
As looks like play is going to resume here.
John, we talked about breakfast.
Yep.
But I gotta say, I really hope these boys are eating lunch.
That's right.
Very important.
If not as important,
Well, I mean,
maybe more.
they might not have time to eat dinner, and you don't want to play the game on a full stomach, and you don't want to play the game on an empty stomach, and it's just you're kind of in the middle, and I think, lunch is the best way to go, quite frankly.
Nice little sandwich or something.
Or as others in East Utica pronounce it, sandwich,
That's right.
or sandwich,
Sammy. Submarine.
submarine. Are they?
Have
Is this another
call.
timeout?
Another timeout call.
Another timeout call.
Now, of course, I mean, like I said, with this being such a close game and stuff, you got to get their strategies and make sure everybody's in sync here.
John,
Yep.
did you eat lunch today?
I did.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Yep.
That's nice. Why all these timeouts? What could they possibly be talking about now?
I don't know. You just got to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Do we know who called that timeout, John?
I do not.
We don't get a lot of good audio.
Kind of.
We're in a whole separate universe here. I'm another universe. I'm in my own universe.
Right. The jugglers here are going to take possession. As it is going to be a rebound by the Raiders here with just under a minute to go in the third quarter. Cameron Johnson looking for two. Could be no good, but he will take his own rebound past the number 22, Bryce McLean, for three. This time will be rebounded by the Jugglers. So we have a throw in here. 45 seconds left. 51-46. Raiders lead it. I have to say, this game has gone by pretty fast.
Pretty fast, but I've got to say, these scores, they are right on point.
Back and forth, keep going. So the Jugglers here looking for a fast break. Looks like they're going to have some contact on the drive to the hoop. And it looks like number 2, Jalen Warmack, is going to head to the line again. Good chance to make this game even closer. 41 seconds left. 51-46. Raiders leading. We wind down to the end of the third quarter. Sinks one. He does have a chance for one more as well to make it a 51-48 game. We'll see as he gears up right here. And that's going to be good as well. 51-48. Raiders lead it. We are just under 40 seconds here.
We're moving quick. We are moving
quick. We really can't just turn the ball over at this point.
John, what does that mean?
It means give the team other possession by, passing it to the other team. As it looks like right there, is that shot's going to be rebounded by the Jugglers. And that's going to be Trajan Garrett, good for two, 51-50. As looks like we have a timeout called here.
Oh. Another timeout. Is there a limit to timeouts? Oh,
There are.
Really. A lot of blue. The coaches are all wearing blue tonight. We're wearing gray, they're wearing blue. A lot of color coordination.
Yeah. Blue is one of those dress shirts that, you can kind of go with anything.
John, that's a very ballsy statement. You're really putting it all out there.
As the Raiders here, that ball's going to be, oh, wow, a little switcheroo there.
Little switcheroo.
As the Raiders here are going to come away with nothing.
Now, John, correct me if I'm wrong.
51-50.
Switcheroo
Raiders
is
lead.
not a basketball term.
Not officially.
We'll work on it. Well, maybe we have a basketball aficionado in our baker's dozen of viewers who can put that in the ESPN
switcheroo.
book.
As we are at the end of the third quarter, Proctor leads 51-50.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Cheerleaders out there once again.
Look at them in formation. I could twirl. I could do all of this.
I think you should try out.
Wow. And they just split. They're done. They're done. Now they're playing some music. This is relaxing.
I think so.
Yeah, this is kind of nice. I enjoy spending time with you, John.
Thank you. I enjoy spending time with you too.
John, I've got to say, your response didn't sound as sincere as what I originally said.
Caught me off guard.
You should never be caught off guard with your true emotions, John.
That's right.
That's what sports do. They bring people together. John and I are having heart to heart. I'm sure the coaches are shooting the breeze together, having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
The boys out there,
As
they're rubbing
our fourth
shoulders
quarter
and shaking hands.
is underway. Looks like already we're going to have Notre Dame head into the line here. Already start off the fourth quarter. It's number 2, Jalen Warmack, once again heading to the line. Chance to tie it up. And he will, 51-50, as he has a chance here to give the Jugglers the lead to start the fourth quarter. Shot is good, and the Jugglers take a 1-point lead here, 52-51.
I know.
As we just start the eighth quarter. Looks like pass is going to be to no one, stolen by the Jugglers, but however, going to be hit out of bounds by the Raiders. And it's going to be a Jugglers ball here. 7:49 left here in the final quarter of play.
This is risky business.
It is.
This is risky business. It's tight. It's tight.
It looks like they have some contact there. Looks like it's going to be a Raiders throwing ball here. See what we have underway. Passing to number 12, that's Isiah Warmack on the ball. He's going to pass down court, Tasean Cooper, working around the arc. Phillips. Cooper. Going to be Trent Adamson with the putback. Give the Raiders a 53-52 lead. 7:20 left here in the final quarter of play.
John, I got to say, I'm starting to get nervous. I've got a lot invested in this game, and if our boys don't win, I'm going to be a little upset. A lot of upset. A whole lot of upset.
It looks like it's going to be a Raiders ball here.
Get off the ground. Come on. What do you think this is?
The Jugglers. Like a lot of commotion going on that pass play right there.
You know, there's not many, I don't think there's any sports where you just play lying on the ground. What if that was a thing? What if you had to roll and tumble? Bringing back the idea that acrobatics should be introduced into the world of basketball.
Not wrong.
I'm also not right, John.
As Jalen Warmack once again heads to the line. He sinks his first free shot to make it a tie ball game here. 7:03 left to play. Chance to give the Jugglers the lead here. And he will, as the Jugglers take a 54-53 lead. Raiders here looking to get something going on offense. However, that pass is going to be stolen.
Do you think that the boys out there, do you think they make like sly comments to each other on the court?
They very well.
Do you think there's trash talk?
I feel like, no, I feel like there's a little bit of trash talk in every sport.
You know, if I were a basketball player, I think I would do like reverse psychology.
Little.
I think I would keep complimenting them. Maybe like Hannibal Lecter stuff going on.
As Notre Dame takes a 4-point lead as Cameron Johnson drives to the lead. That's going to be good for two. 57-54, Jugglers lead it. There's just under 6.5 left to play. Warmack looking inside.
Are we in the fourth quarter now?
We are in the final quarter of play.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We're going to have a Raiders ball here, 57-55. Jugglers lead it. Going to be Tasean Cooper pass to Havierre Green outside. And that's going to be good for three. That gives the Raiders a 1-point lead here. There's a big shot right there.
Big shot. Song by Billy Joel, 1978. Off the album 52nd Street. Columbia
The Jugglers were looking to answer back with their own three. It's going to be no good. Shot going to be blocked. Picked up by the Raiders here. And that's number 12. There's Isiah Warmack looking for three. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by the Jugglers. As they make the easy layup. That was number 5, Derek Lindsey. The Jugglers take a 59-58 lead here. Just under 5.5 left to play.
Yeah, you know, I don't think they realize that this whole game is all made up.
Is it?
Why are we here? It's a human construct, this point system, the time. I think I'm having an existential crisis, John. I really don't understand. What's the point in even playing? Once the game is done, once the buzzer buzzes, what are we anymore? Specks of dust? Scary to think about.
That's a deep conversation. Deep topic.
Not to mention, but I'd like to mention our show is sponsored by Junior Mints. Junior Mints, they're minty, they're chocolatey, they're delicious. Junior Mints, the food of champions.
Oof. A big bump there. Raiders lead 60-59 here. As it looks like that's going to be
The Tide could turn it.
number 3. It's going to be Patrick Espinoza heading to the line here for the Jugglers.
Now, this will be a 1-point shot, so this will tie up the game if he gets it in.
If he makes this, could tie up the game.
Oh, goodness.
60-59, just above 4.5 left to play. As Patrick Espinoza
Lindsey.
heads to the line.
Oh, Derek Lindsey. Yes, number 5 on the Jugglers.
And he's going to make that one. That's going to tie up the game at 60 here. Just above 4.5 left as the Raiders head on offense here. As that pass is going to be thrown out of bounds. Jugglers ball. 4:25 left. All tied up here at Proctor as the Jugglers here. Looks like we're going to have a change of possession. It's going to be a Raiders ball.
I'm shaking in my chair. I don't know what to expect. So many twists and turns. It's like a game of Candyland. You're going through the peppermint forest, and all of a sudden the gumdrop queen comes along, and you get a card, and you're back to the beginning.
As it's going to be Cameron Johnson looking for three. It's going to be rebounded.
Now, what are they doing? It's now a game of rugby. Now, rugby They've got some classy shirts they wear for rugby.
They do. The little collar type.
Good for them. Business casual sportwear. Bring it back.
3:55 here left in the final quarter, tied at 60.
Is this a timeout?
Looks like we have a timeout called on the court.
Timeout called on the court.
And now these timeouts
This
are
is
going to
nerve-wracking.
They're going to be these timeouts are going to be essential.
Oh, one of the coaches is sitting down now.
And
It's
it's
serious. It's serious, and it's personal.
Yes,
And it's personal.
timeouts they give a chance for the players to rest up a little bit, get a little drink of Gatorade, water,
Gatorade.
Powerade.
Powerade.
Of course, gives them a plan. Coach gives them, what's got to be done.
Nothing says America like renewing some electrolytes.
Right.
America, the electrolyte nation.
As we are ready to take the court again. Could be a close game.
Oh,
here.
they're both doing splits. That was fantastic.
Here in the squad, never just score.
Proctor's ready to go. Where's Notre Dame?
Notre Dame going over there playing for attack right now.
Plan for attack.
How you gonna?
This is
how
like
you
the
gonna
game
attack
of
this
risk.
game? That's right. How are you gonna attack this
They're
game?
fortifying troops.
How are you gonna outsmart your opponents?
This is crazy.
A lot of strategy in sports.
I'm going to take Irtush from Mongolia, and you get the defense die, and I roll the. Oh, it's crazy. The board game Risk is quite fantastic. Talking a lot about board games tonight.
This ball is gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be number 12. That was Isiah Warmack looking for three. It's gonna be no good. Rebounded for the Jugglers here. We are just got about 3 minutes
Now,
42 seconds.
John,
left.
in basketball, what happens if there's a tie?
There's a tie. I believe they do go into overtime.
Overtime. Now, what if? Can you go into double overtime? Then does it go into those penalty shots? Is that
A
thing?
shootout?
A shootout.
I am.
It's like an
unsure.
old Western film. A shootout.
I say
Do
we,
do 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 do.
say we have our sources check up on that.
Oh, I will check my search engine here on my laptop.
As Jalen Warmack heads to the line here for the Jugglers. Sinks 1 or 2, so he gives the Jugglers a 61-60 lead here. 3:38 left in the final quarter as the Raiders here. It's going to be Havierre Green looking for three, and that's going to be good. That's a big shot right there as well. Raiders are going to lead 63-61. As the Jugglers here trying to answer back with their own three-point. That's going to be no good. It's going to be rebounded by Cameron Johnson. As we are winding down, 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. Isiah Warmack, that's going to be good for two. Excuse me.
For two. And that's the Warmack who is in
For Proctor.
yes.
So 65-61 Raiders lead. As Notre Dame shot's going to be rebounded again by the Raiders. It's going to be Cameron Johnson. Havierre Green on the ball, passing around the arc. Pass inside.
I hope you at home are really on the edge of your seats, because I could say John and I are not. We are sitting quite comfortably here in the studio, very isolated, but we're hoping that Proctor pulls through. We are.
Tasean Cooper drives for two. That is going to be no good, rebounded by the Jugglers. Oh, looks like we had a little Jalen Warmack there. The Jugglers go for two, no good. As Isiah Warmack looks for three for the Raiders. That's going to be not good as well. As the Jugglers here take offense, we are winding down. We're just above 2 minutes left here in the final quarter. Raiders lead 65-61.
I'm going to take a guess
Number 3, that was Patrick Espinoza, good for two.
and say that all of the referees have fantastic arches on their feet. They do quite the running back and forth, and I've got to say, as a young man who suffers from terrible flat feet, I don't think I'd be able to make it.
What do you get the special soles for your shoes?
Dr. Scholes, get out of town. I'm going all natural. If
Havierre
the way
Green
my
looks
feet
for
were
three.
made.
It's going to be no good. Rebounded by the Jugglers.
Let my feet be flat.
Let him be flat.
Let them be flat.
As the Jugglers here are going to tie it up with a minute 16 left on the clock. Tied at 65 here.
Not good.
As the Raiders take...
Do we commentate
Offense.
overtime? Does the union allow that?
I don't know. As Trent Adamson looks for two, it's going to be no good. Rebounded by the Raiders. And it looks like Cameron Johnson is going to be heading to the line. Chance to give the Raiders a lead here.
And as always, we're sponsored by Junior Mints.
Junior Mints.
Minty, they're chocolatey, they're delicious. Junior Mint.
So we are just at 1 minute left in play as Cameron Johnson plays his first free throw as the Raiders take a 66-65 lead here. Chance to give them a 2-point lead here. Johnson shoots. Pass is going to be no good, but it's going to be rebounded by the Raiders here. 54 seconds left in play. Looks like we're going to have a timeout called.
It's tight.
Oof.
It's tight. Ooh.
Nail biter.
Actually, you shouldn't bite your nails. They should eliminate that saying. Biting your nails, not only is it repulsive, it's not healthy. Not a good. Don't let your habits become vices. Don't bite your nails.
Yeah.
Don't bite your nails. Do you think we're going to go into overtime, John?
We very well might be going into overtime. Who
That'll
knows?
be exciting.
Such a back and forth game, it's hard to tell.
It's evenly matched. Good
Yeah.
for them. Good for them.
Both teams playing well, defense well, offense well.
I mean, overall, we've had a lot of stuff going on.
We have.
We got Garrett on Notre Dame, Cooper and Green and Warmack on Proctor. They're all. It's crazy stuff.
It is. It is.
I've got no words, and I don't have no words because I don't understand the sport at all. I've got no words because I'm just flabbergasted. Oh, goodness me. Heavens to best.
So here we are going to be heading out
Looks
of
like they're
our
clearing
timeout.
out. Proctor, they've got quite the confidence. They're always first
They're
to break
ready.
up the huddle. They know what's
They're
going
ready.
down. Got the home court advantage. Feeling nice. Also, they know that this game is sponsored by Junior Mints. Minty, chocolatey. They're delicious. Junior Mint.
As the Raiders here are going to set up on offense. Begin. We have under a minute left in play here. You know, like I said before, you can't make sure this ball can't get turned over. You gotta play smart, but you gotta be cautious, of course, before shot clock goes out. As that ball's gonna be tipped out of bounds by the Jugglers. Raiders will retain possession again. 39 seconds left. 66-65, Raiders lead it. As Raiders working around the arc outside. That's going to be Cameron Johnson for three.
Ooh, that was a
No
close
good.
one.
It's going to be rebounded by the Raiders. And it looks like they're going to foul him. So Johnson will be heading to the line. It's a typical strategy in basketball to foul the guy when such a close game as this.
Oh.
Little strategy to eliminate the 3-point.
Strategery.
Yes. Cameron Johnson heads to the line. 24.2 seconds left in play. Looks like we're going to have a timeout called.
Another timeout.
Another timeout here.
This is.
You know, like I said, you gotta calm the guys down. You know, if they get.
John, they're not horses.
Listen,
Calm the guys
you
down.
gotta calm them down.
Well, yeah, I know, but you make it sound like, they're going. That's not what they do. That's not how you calm the guys down.
Then how do you do it?
Well, they're
Give them some Gatorade.
electrolytes.
They're electrolytes.
No, I mean, they must be discussing what's going to go on in the next 34 seconds, however many
24
seconds.
seconds.
24.
Very.
Oh,
It's a tight game.
When is it not worth having the timeouts? Are they going to have another timeout when there's 10 seconds left? I just don't
They
understand.
very well might. I mean, such a close game as this. Take as many timeouts as you want.
1 point.
It's a one-point game, folks. 1 point.
Notre Dame.
Proctor leads it. 66, 65. Looks like timeout is over.
You nervous, John?
I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. Calm me down. Give me some electrolytes. It will be fine. So play resumes. We do have Cameron Johnson here at the foul line here. Looking to give the Raiders here a bigger lead.
This is incredible.
Yeah. Johnson shoots.
Hey,
And he's going to make it.
That's nice.
67-65 Raiders. He gets another shot, gives a chance to give him a 3-point lead here.
What a great confidence builder.
Johnson shoots. And that's going to be good. That's going to give the Raiders a 3-point lead here.
I think we're set. I'm feeling
there
good
are
now.
20 seconds left in play. Anything could happen. That shot's going to be blocked.
Oh, no.
We're going to have a lot of
They're not
sliding
afraid to
going on.
fall on the floor. I mean, it's a clean floor, yes, but still, you don't want to get, well, not rug burn, but you don't want to get, the scraping is.
And the Jugglers are going to head to the line. It's number 3, Patrick Espinoza.
Now, the maximum amount of points he can get right now is 2 points.
I believe so. As he's going to miss his first shot.
Oh, no.
We've seen something very similar to this actually happen in the Chicago Bears football game. Sure, I don't know if you've actually heard about that. It came down to a field goal. The kicker actually kicked the ball, hit.
And that's where Bartman caught the football in the stands, and that's why they lost the World Series.
Precisely.
Ah, nice.
And we're going to have another timeout called here as the Raiders here have the lead going into this timeout. Something, game close as this, everything matters.
Oh, no, John. I know. There's another timeout.
Yep.
It's 68-65.
Yep.
I don't know how much time is left on the table, but
Very,
this is
short.
too much. This is too much for me to handle.
Under 30 seconds left in play.
It's been an honor
Yes.
delivering
It really has. This is
absolutely
one heck
nothing
of a game.
but my diary of the mouth. I don't know, John. I just don't know. Just
Taking it down
don't
to the
know.
bitter end.
You think the basketball team ever goes bowling together?
Can't say I know that though.
That would be nice little bonding.
Team bonding. Go to Panorama. Have a couple frames, shoot a couple strikes. Not too bad.
A root beer or two. A&W.
As timeout ends. Gonna see what's gonna
Now
take
the
place here.
coaches, you can tell, are really into it now.
Oh,
they're,
yes.
they're pointing.
Yes.
They just keep pointing.
Correct. As looks like here it's going to be
There's 16 seconds
a
on the
Jugglers
clock.
ball here, or actually a Raiders ball for that matter, and they're going to foul the Raiders, like I said as well. Typical strategy this towards the end of the game, at this, close to the game. That's going to be number 11, Havierre Green, heading to the line. Chance to give the Raiders a bigger lead. Just under 15 and a half seconds left.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
Right. Havierre Green shoots.
Oh,
That shot's going to be no good, but however, going to be knocked out by the Jugglers. So it's going to be a Raiders possession here.
Proctor's still up by 2. 14 seconds
14
on the
seconds
clock.
left in play here. Looking for an open man. He finds Isiah Warmack. It looks like Warmack's going to be heading to the line here for the Raiders. Isiah Warmack, number 12. 12 seconds left.
Are they going to call another timeout? A TO, as they say?
So Warmack, the Raiders here, gives them a chance to boost their lead up.
I feel more fatigued than them. They took quite a beating in this game.
Isiah shoots. That's going to be good for one. 69-66 Raiders. Chance to make this a 4-point game. Isiah Warmack.
Right now, this is where we separate the pretenders from the contenders.
That's right. As Warmack shoots. And that's good. That's going to give the Raiders a 4-point lead as the Raiders are going to call timeout here.
The Raiders, I think we're good as gold. I'm feeling good.
12 seconds left in play. Up by 4. Oof. Told you, down to the bitter end.
Yes, the bitter end. We're all talking.
Sweating in the studio right now. You're blocking.
John, maybe you have a gland issue.
I have to get that checked out.
Sweating. I'm a little hot in my pullover, I've got to say. Some ambient music in the background.
Oh, yes. Music really, impacts sports major. Gets them going.
What do you think? Well, they don't play anything like golf.
Because golf's a quiet sport.
Oh.
Or maybe they listen to it on their way to the golf course.
There's bands that would work for golf.
Like?
I don't know, Three Dog Night?
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel, much better group for golf. Perhaps
Night.
Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Why
don't we look into that?
A lot of things that would work. Golf is great.
As play resumed here.
Play has resumed.
Jugglers.
What just happened, John?
7.8 seconds left in play here. And it looks like the Jugglers are going to be heading to the line. It's going to be number 2.
This is madness.
Madness. It's going to be number 2, Jalen Warmack heading to the line for the Jugglers. Game is not over, folks. 7.8 seconds left. Jalen Warmack to the line for the Jugglers.
They're really milking this last minute.
They are.
This is like a Shrek sequel. We don't really need it. They're really milking this. Yeah.
There's Warmack for the Jugglers. Looks for his second free throw. That's going to be good. And we're going to have, again, another timeout.
What could they possibly be discussing?
Strategy. It's a 3-point game, ladies and gents.
John, level with it. They've got 7 seconds on the clock. What's going to happen? They're playing Scrubs by TLC. They're done.
7 seconds in ordinary time seems like very, very quick time frame, but however, 7 seconds in sports
2
could equal a minute.
3
It's impossible the amount of things that can
4
happen in 7 seconds in game sports.
5, 6, and 7. I just don't see the big deal.
But see, that's in off the court. When you're on the court or on the field, 7 seconds could be your whole game.
Then why would they have so many minutes? If 7 seconds we could settle this,
Because
why don't they just end it with a game of rock, paper, scissors? Just like kids on a playground. Or maybe tag. What if tag was a sport on the court?
freeze tag?
You're it.
Sure.
Ah, John. Tag master.
we are winding down to the final seconds of this one. 70-63, Raiders lead. Could be a Raiders possession here.
I know, another
And
6.
here's what you gotta do. You gotta make sure this
4,
ball doesn't get
3.
turned over.
No, they better not have a timeout at 3
Well, it
seconds.
looks like Taj'mere Phillips is gonna head to the foul line for Proctor.
Foul line. They keep doing this.
3.1 seconds left. Well, this, if anything, this is gonna benefit us, because it could give us a bigger lead, better cushion, with 3 seconds remaining in this game. Phillips
pretty
to
crazy.
the line. First one is good. 71-67 Raiders. A 4-point game. As we are winding down, Phillips. That's good. I think that's going to be it, ladies and gents.
We're at
72-67. As time winds down,
And there
shot
it is.
is no good. And
There
the
it is.
Raiders
That was nice.
take home a big win.
That
Big
was
win.
nice. That was sweet.
Big win there.
Look at them. Now they're going to shake hands.
It was a big night for the
Yeah,
Raiders.
that was crazy.
Varsity 1 JV picked up a big win, 81-18 over the Jugglers. So big night for the Raiders.
Big night for the Raiders. Little Frank Sinatra. Close out the night.
That's how I like to end my nights.
With Frank Sinatra, John,
Yep.
part of me doesn't believe you.
Oh, you should. Final
John?
score, 72-67. I'm John Martello. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Angelo DiGiorgio, and from both John and I, we'd like to say good night and good game.